Good morning. I have helped many companies in the US to across the pond to Europe. And I have put all my experience together in my book, Across the Pond, How to Build a Business in Europe. I will review today a few points regarding how to cross the pond and set up your business in Europe. First, never underestimate the effort it will take. You have to plan well in advance. You have to take a lot of hours with your co-workers, with the people that is funding your company, and with the banks to plan ahead on which will be your development in Europe. Because it will take more time, more money, and more effort than you think. But the message I want to get through is that it will worth the long run. But you have to take the first step, and the first step is plan it well ahead and plan it very carefully. You will need a lot of things when you move to Europe. One of them is money. You will have to fund European subsidiaries or European distributors during a certain period of time, so you will need some extra funding to do that. But you will have to take into account that also the people that you have inside the company now will change with time. You will need to change these people because you will need people that have an international perspective. And not everyone has an international perspective. Not everyone is able to work with other civilizations, with other cultures, thinking that what they need is not exactly what is needed at the other side of the pond. The second thing you have to take into account when you're planning, when you're doing this careful planning of the future, is that you need to hire a local to make this expansion. Hire a local in Europe, and once you are there, you have to hire locals in every single country you will find. You will see that Europe is a melting pot, but Europe is not as unified as you think it is. Every single country in Europe has still a strong personality, even the ones that are in the European Union, and have their own laws, their own ways to do business, and their own tricky things that you have to follow. So hire a local in every country. Don't try to put people that has been in a career in your company into Europe, because this is the sure way to bury them in a very dire straits situation. Third thing, don't consider Europe as a kind of help for your business. Consider that this will be an extension of your business and that this will bring you a lot in the mid run. Europe is not someone that helps to pay your bills. It's a new unit, a new adventure that will bring a lot of things into your company. Your doors will be open to new cultures. You will see other things. You will see another group of consumers. Maybe you will find investors in the long run, but be with your eyes open, with your ears open to the new experience that you will have in the other side. Overall, be confident. Be sure before you start that you want to do it. I have been advising a couple of companies that they started the project in Europe with very high stakes, lots of energy, putting a lot of money in the project, and after a year they were so tired to build another completely different company in Europe that they decided to abandon the project, losing a lot of money, losing credibility, and eventually some of the directors had to leave the company because the chairman of the board asked them to do so. So before you start, be confident. Be sure that you are able to carry all the burden, because it will be a burden. There is two ways to start in Europe, or maybe three ways. One is you can start selling through direct individuals that just represent your product. You can do the direct invoicing from the US, and you can have someone that is representing you in Europe. This is a way that I do not recommend you. There is a lot of legal issues there. The European people is still not very used to pay invoices abroad. International transfer of money is not that easy, and it will be a bad way to start. So the second way is to start with a distributor. This is the system that most of the American companies choose to penetrate Europe. If you do so, be careful in choosing the right size of a distributor. You have to choose a distributor that is big enough to there, small enough to care. So you have to find a distributor where your sales are significant enough in their P&L to pay you attention, but you have to find one that is big enough to carry on your business away. Try to find a distributor in every country, and again, partnership with locals that help you to find the right distributor. Not everyone with a big image is the right distributor for you. So try to find a lawyer, try to find someone that has been in the business cooperation, talk to the American Chambers of Commerce, talk to someone in the local level that can help you to make the right decision. And the third way is starting your own way, starting with subsidiaries in Europe. This is one of the process that is more complicated because you need a lot of funding to do that. But in the long run is the way that will give you more return. The majority of the companies start with distributors, and after 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years working with distributors, they start country by country installing their own subsidiaries. Obviously, another thing that you can do is having distributors in several countries and then having one European office where the taxes are more favorable for you. And from this European office, you control most of the distributors. This is especially a design that is followed by big corporations that doesn't want to have a significant presence in every country, but just want to control their distributors in every country. Multilingual companies in Europe are difficult to find. So it will be really difficult that you find one single distributor for the whole of Europe. Most probably you will have to find distributors country by country, except that you find a company that is ready to sign an agreement for the whole of Europe, and they will take care of do the national settings for every one of your businesses. These are the basic steps that you have to follow. So plan ahead, be sure that you have the right amount of money, be sure that you can carry the burden, but also be sure that expanding to Europe will bring you the most of the return after 4, 5 years. So all the returns that you will have will impact your P&L in 4 or 5 years. All the rewards that you will get, not also from the economical point of view, but also from the company culture, the type of people that will be working in your environment, and number of people that will be working in your company will be increasing during the years. This is a long journey, but if you get into that, you will discover that it's a very, very productive and interesting journey. Thank you for everything. Bye.